Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hello.
Mollie's like scrambling to get the microphone in place. You scrambled it.
Scoot over.
If you make a noise right before I go live, you're scrambling. Before we dive into Survivor here, I forgot to do this beforehand, so bear with me, but figured we would just watch the trailer again, and we can talk about it, do a reaction. We've already seen it, so it's not like a full-on reaction, but just to refresh our memories one more time, even though I've been writing and watching and talking about it for 6 hours.
I've only watched it twice.
Well, okay. Let's...
Lucky number 3.
So let me get this... Here we go, media file. Pulled up real quick.
We need a shocked face for the reaction. A pretend one.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Hold on. We've got like one of my monitors completely blocked off, so I can't see where we're at. Okay. Oh, it's just gonna go.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create.
Go away.
Also,
This
apologies if you can hear one of two things. Either yard work, because the neighbors are constantly doing yard work during the summertime, or the dryer going.
Alright, let me turn that down.
That was loud.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's see if this works now.
War
Can't hear
is
it.
inevitable. One must destroy
No, I don't think
in order to create.
Why can't we just bring
We
up,
are no Jedi.
YouTube?
so many different things are going on right now to have.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Phew. I see what's happening.
Desktop audio media file. Can they still hear us?
Not when this is super loud. Okay.
I both know who could help you with this.
Alright. I'm almost there. This is a lot to
I
make me
mentioned that
this is
we
a
were-
lot to make me change.
I mentioned we were gonna do this hours ago,
Yeah, I had work to do.
and you're just like, "No, I'm not gonna do it."
I was excited to do it. I was over here making a trailer breakdown video, and I had 5 other videos I was going to edit today. Okay, it should work now. And it should be a decent volume. But let's watch this trailer again.
War is inevitable.
The sound's
One
coming.
must destroy in order to create.
Wait, I don't hear it.
We are no
Plug your
Jedi.
headphones in.
Oh,
my
you were
God.
supposed to plug these.
Are you kidding me?
Hold on, start it over.
Are you serious? Molly can't. Your headphones aren't plugged in. You're
You
blaming
plugged
me.
them in for me.
Oh my god. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
Oh, he's so mean. Gonna get him.
I don't want to be all
I started
sad, but I'm
hearing
gonna be like,
whispers
I'm sad about
of
Ray
Thrawn's
Stevenson,
return
'cause he's
as
so
heir
cool.
to the Empire.
She said the thing.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power.
Alex
Such as
thinks
you've
she's a
never
night
dreamed.
sister.
Shin looks cool.
I've
too.
spent
Love the
most of my
fleet
life
shot.
fighting a war. That's why
Chopper!
I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
Hera's looking
You
better.
and I both know who could help you with this.
I think.
She's still just
I
as
never had a
stubborn
problem with
as
how she
ever.
looked.
It's just like the super
bet your
HD
master
like
found you
close-up
difficult at
shots of
times.
her.
Anakin
didn't
never
look
got
great
to
at
finish
first,
my training.
but
I walked away from him.
every
Just
other
like
shot
I walked away
in
from
this trailer
Sabine.
looks fine.
You never made things easy for me.
lot to talk about there.
Master.
Between Sabine and Ahsoka.
As a Jedi,
I've seen a lot of people say
sometimes you
that
have
she's
to
being
make the decision
sarcastic.
No one else can. But I'm counting
Like-
on you to see this through.
Just
Calling
saying
it
that.
master, you mean?
Saying that in kind of a teasing way.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Buckle up. I saw someone pointed out that the eighth
If we
brother,
don't
and I did
stop
notice this
Thrawn,
when we were watching Rebels,
everything will be in vain.
has 4 fingers instead of 5. Which is
Anakin
hard
spoke
to
highly
do
of
in
you.
live action.
I'm not
Ewoks
here
only
to
have 3
discuss my
fingers.
past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
I'm just saying, like, that guy looked like he had 5 fingers.
That's one of those things that I don't know how strictly they would stick to things.
I don't think it's Ezra.
Oh, the 8th brother?
No, just whoever's in that suit. Oh my god, that's so loud. They're blowing leaves right next to us.
Yeah, our neighbors are doing yard work, so sorry about that if you can hear it, but yeah, great trailer. Been watching it for 6 hours, I
The
feel like.
bluest man
The bluest
of all.
man.
He looks good. This is like really nitpicky of me, but he looks too old. And that's wild to say because no one's gonna look like smooth Thrawn from Rebels.
Right, yeah, that's... he just looks young in Rebels because he's
very smooth.
He's just a smooth blue man.
Yeah, he's got
He'll
all the,
still be smooth, but in a different way.
he's got all the filters on in Rebels, but no, he looks great.
Yeah, I think he looks good. But I joked about this in my breakdown, but the second I see him, now all I want to do is hear him. And I'm like, we've heard him in Rebels, but Lars Mikkelsen has talked about how his take is a little bit different now.
What do you think his first line's gonna be?
Perhaps.
He can't start with that.
I don't know. I don't know what
mean,
his
I
first
guess-
lines are in Rebels, which we're about to get there. We just finished season 2 yesterday, so when we start season 3, we will get right back to Thrawn. Sean Room calls him our smooth blueberry. Blueberry smoothie.
Blueberry Bill. Show research to Cordova on Jeddah.
Yeah, you gotta go back to Jeddah.
Okay.
But yeah, let me jump up to the top because I saw we had a super chat come in before the trailer even started, or the stream even started, which is completely unrelated to the trailer, but Matthew Kulanad asks a personal question for you, kind
It's
of.
locked down.
I've been watching Alex a long time. I'm beginning to think he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Molly, can you confirm winky face?
What does that mean?
A wolf in sheep's clothing is like someone who...
Are you actually a bad guy?
Uh-huh. Am I a baddie?
No.
That's about how I thought you would react.
You would know.
I thought you would maybe laugh a little more, actually.
He's not good at being sly with that kind of stuff. Look at that. That looks crazy.
Tycho Murner, thanks for the super chat. Were you thinking of Spider-Man 2? Sometimes to do what's right, we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most, even our dreams. No, I wasn't thinking of Spider-Man 2. So in my breakdown,
Am I
I
going
talked
the
about...
wrong way?
Go that way.
But that door was locked.
Uh,
That red door.
go downstairs. You gotta get to that zip line.
Go downstairs.
Didn't you? I thought you did this already.
I got to here, I think.
And then I think you went back to the Mantis.
I don't know.
I believe in you.
How do I get out of here?
Go downstairs.
Where's stairs?
There's a thing to swing on just over there.
Where?
Right there.
Yeah, I was standing right there.
Yeah, go swing on that.
You said go downstairs.
I-
I don't
you
see
do need to
any
go downstairs.
Stairs.
But Tycho's asking about in my breakdown. I said that there was a line
Whoa.
about what Ahsoka says, like, sometimes we need to put aside our personal feelings and do what's right. And I'm like, that just sounds like that sounds like it could have been in any Star Wars movie. It sounds very Lucas-y. It seemed like something... Oh, there's a shortcut. That was said in Attack of the Clones, and then I went and I looked, and it was that Anakin line to Padme. I think that's what I was thinking of.
Am I going down here?
That's downstairs.
It was not stairs. I feel like I'm just going backwards.
Well, you kind of are. I mean, you gotta get... Okay. So you gotta get over there.
Uh-huh. Oh, I have to go down here?
Yeah, you want to... That was downstairs that I was talking about. That was just a door. That was just a door where you were.
Okay.
So go back to that room. Go back there.
They're both locked.
No, it's not. That one's locked. That one's not.
We're off to a good start, y'all.
We've been on the struggle train.
The struggle
since-
train?
Yeah. What did you
Struggle
call it?
bus.
No, but when we went choo-choo.
Struggle bus.
That buses don't go choo-choo.
Oh, the, what did I call it?
I thought it was the struggle train. Because
No,
it's
it's
even
the-
more extreme than a bus. Hot Mess Express.
Yes. Oh, God. You're gonna make me mess all this up.
Sky Forceland. Thank you for the next super chat. How do you think the general audience who hasn't seen Rebels would react to the World Between Worlds being brought into live action? I'm hopeful. I'm also hopeful. And I think that just because someone hasn't seen it before, like, there was a time where we hadn't seen the World Between Worlds before.
Whoa!
Where'd he go?
BD, show me your moves.
Oh, he went over there.
Oh.
All you, BD.
So, like, when we saw the World Between Worlds, that pretty much came out of nowhere in Star Wars Rebels. And I loved it. So, I think that even though that would be kind of the first really crazy thing for them to put into live action, since they haven't done, like, Mortis or anything, I think that people would be able to handle it just fine.
Oh, poor little guy.
What do you think? Do you think people would accept the World Between Worlds just like a...
Yeah. I think so. No, I think the average Star Wars viewer is not going to be like, what? They can't do that.
I mean, I might expect, like, just some surprise in general.
Yeah.
But
I think it might be, like, hard for people to swallow at first, but...
I think Mortis was a little hard for me to swallow at first. Where I was just like, what'd you do to that guy's hand?
I don't know.
Oh.
This game is wild sometimes.
So, yeah, I really do think that they could do it. Part of me is almost like, they might have to. Just because I want to know how Ahsoka got off Malachor. I kind of assume it has to do with the World Between Worlds. I don't know. It seems like we've taken quite a jump from Rebels to what's going on in Ahsoka with Sabine and everything, but who knows?
I went the wrong way.
But I'm with you. I'm hopeful.
Load.
I'm hopeful that it
crater
happens.
as we were coming in? Well, crater is putting it lightly. This place is a hell of a sight, and I've got no doubt it's crawling with nasties.
You're crawling with nasties.
Elo Asti, thanks for the next super chat, asks, do you think Thrawn looks like Elon Musk?
Ready to move?
Oh no.
I've seen a couple people say that.
I just don't want that image in my head.
Honestly, my first reaction when we saw it at Star Wars Celebration and I think before Lars Mikkelsen came out, I kind of thought it was Jason Isaacs, which was another
Think Cordova can make some
name
sense
that
of
was
that
thrown
tech
around
phone?
as a possibility for being Thrawn.
I can't wait to see Sarah again.
So that's kind of who I see is Jason Isaacs, weirdly.
How much do you owe her, Grease?
2,000 credits, give or take.
I don't think he
Maybe
looks
I'll
that
make
much
Granny
like Elon.
Pyloon's famous casserole.
I don't need it.
She'll forget all about it.
For 2,000 credits? That better be one hell
I
of a
think
casserole.
Elon looks like an alien. But he's not blue. Not yet.
Sit down, kid. It's time to land.
Okay. Oh, we have the same hair.
Oh yeah, you could put your bun up higher.
Me and Cal.
Ice, thanks for the super chat. Happy Tano Trailer Tuesday. Excuse the bad joke, but it was such a nice surprise. I literally jumped when I got the notification. How are you guys doing? I had a similar reaction. Well, I was surprised because I was telling friends I was looking at Mission Impossible Reckoning show times because I was like, I got a pretty good early start to the day. We took Hilo for a walk. I worked out. I was like, I have to edit a couple more videos, but I might have time to go see Mission Impossible today. And then right as I was saying that in my head, I saw people on Twitter sharing pictures of Thrawn. And I was like, oh, they released a picture of Thrawn, finally. Like, how nice. And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, I gotta do a trailer breakdown. But yeah.
What do you know?
Star Wars is always listening. The second I think I can get some free time, they're like, no, no, no.
No, that's not.
But yeah, it was a great surprise. Like, I'm joking. I had a lot of fun watching and dissecting the trailer today.
Did you end up finishing your workout?
Yeah.
Because when you came in, you were like out of breath, and they were like, they dropped a trailer. And I was still like in the middle of my workout, and I was like, okay. Or I had just started mine.
I had finished my workout, and then I was just upstairs on my computer recovering.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would be nice if we knew when these things were coming, but we never do. Am I going the right way?
I was about to ask what you were doing.
I don't know. Have I been that way?
Yeah, that's how you came in to this little facility.
Oh, the first time.
Uh-huh. Danny EFC, thanks for the super chat. Watched a fun movie called Plane. Have you seen it? I have not. I know what you're talking about. I think that's the Gerard Butler movie.
Oh, is that out already?
Yeah, that came out a while ago, I think.
The one that everyone was laughing because of the title.
It's just called Plane. They need to do a sequel that's called Train, and then another sequel that's just called Automobile. And then that can tie into the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah. Where am I going? These maps are too hard to read.
I mean, you just, like... this is very Dragon Con. Every time Molly and I try to go anywhere, Molly just, like, picks a direction and starts walking, and I'm like, where are you going?
Oh,
we have to go this way.
Back down.
So Molly got off of the Mantis and just immediately started walking in a direction.
Look.
And here we are.
Confidence wins. Every time. I get to where I'm going eventually. How do I bring the elevator back up?
There should be a button there. There's a button. Jane Dalton, thanks so much for the super chat. Is it possible that Baylan is the Inquisitor that we see in the trailer, being that we know he was a former Jedi and Inquisitors are former Jedi, assuming the Inquisitor stuff is flashing back a bit?
The Inquisitor, well, I guess if it was a flashback, maybe, but I don't know. Baylan looks a lot bigger.
Yeah.
In stature.
So again, we just finished Rebels Season 2 yesterday for our rewatch, and I was just like, I don't know why I always assumed that the 8th brother was dead after what he just falls off of the Malachor temple, and I'm like, they definitely are trying to suggest that he died, I think, but this is Star Wars, and a fall that's nothing. So I think that is the 8th brother. I'm gonna guess that
Guys, it's me, I'm back.
Ahsoka has to get off of Malachor and
We cannot.
does so maybe using the World Between Worlds. However she gets off of Malachor, I'm gonna guess the 8th brother
How can we
just
convince them?
is able to escape
Many fear that accepting
along the
refugee will
same
put a target
vein.
on their back.
And
Val, you're back.
so maybe just the early episodes are gonna involve that Inquisitor, because like,
Cordova will be
what's he
glad to
gonna
hear
do? The Empire's not around anymore. I don't see Thrawn being all like Jedi huntery.
Yeah. Marin, I changed my hair and my
I can't believe
outfit.
Master Cordova is really here. All that time following in his footsteps.
But
I
there's
haven't
also a
heard
shot in
getting
the
to know him.
trailer
I've never met a
where
Jedi
we see
with a better sense of
Baylan's
humor.
shuttle
You've only met me in secret.
like shooting at
That's
Ahsoka
right.
and the Inquisitor. That's at least the vibe I was
Cordova
getting
said he
from
found
that.
you while he was
So
seeking
I
other
kind of
Jedi
think the
survivors.
Inquisitor is
Yes.
an independent
Hard to
agent
believe that fate
or
brought us
not
together
aligned
once
with
again after all this
Baylan
time.
and the others
We
and
used that
Shin.
luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know.
I like that Baylan
Luck
and
or
Shin
fate,
are
I'm
going
just
to
happy my
mirror
master's alive and here with us.
Ahsoka and Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy.
And I
and
wonder if
resist
that's
the
going to lead
Empire.
to something where they find some common ground.
I could see Shin. I think Baylan will be the bigger bad guy, not just in stature, but I think he's going to be the baddie for this season, where Thrawn is
Strange.
obviously a looming threat
This
that we're
one
going to
seems
continue
be
to
a
build up.
duplicate. Both have been
Shin,
damaged by
Shin might be kind of like a
Lights.
Mara Jade figure
Wasn't me
of
this time.
perish the thought.
someone who is younger,
Fix it.
I don't know,
but
but I
pulled
will
into the dark
certainly
side.
Master Junda.
I don't know.
Raised to be like a
sanctuary.
Was it a strike force?
An assassin.
an assassin,
Good.
right-hand
We
man
don't know
kind of
about
thing.
the safe house.
Yet.
Because
Hidden in the ruins.
she just
We've
seems
done
too young to have
evaluations.
been a
They're already
full-fledged
underway.
Jedi during the Clone Wars.
Armaius
So
is
I think
responding.
she was either a
Armaius has the communication
youngling
If they
Young
capture
line.
him,
that
it could put the
Baylan
entire hidden path at
rescued,
risk.
or just someone
I know
that
the
he
ruins.
met
I will
on
go.
his journeys and was like,
I'm coming with you.
"Hello, I'm going to train you."
You know what? I think I should stay here. Make myself useful.
I could use a research assistant.
Bring back Armaius.
You got it.
And no heroics.
With this one? No promises.
I think she was talking to you.
But yeah, I can see,
Is the safe house far?
I could see
No,
her
But we will need a spamel to
finding
get there.
some
They
common
gather near
ground
the base.
with
Follow
the
me.
heroes by the end.
Guess I should. Hold on, Marin. I gotta sit for a minute. Okay,
I
I'm
had
ready.
something else. Oh, but yeah, I think that the master apprentice
this place?
relationship
And
Ah.
between
Ah.
all those
Impressive,
characters
isn't
is definitely going to be a mirror, and I think that Ahsoka is gonna kind of look
Pilgrim
back at all of her
Sanctuary is an
choices and all the
ancient
she
Seer and
she
Master
walked away
Cordova
from
chose
her
it
own
as the hidden
training.
path
She
safe house.
refused to train
We knew one day
Grogu.
the
Apparently,
Empire
she
would come.
refused to train
Just not so
Sabine further. So
I get it. I wouldn't want to be a teacher either. Kids suck.
so I think she's probably gonna reckon with all of that,
Yeah.
reconcile with all of that.
I wonder how well Baylan knew Anakin, or if, like most Jedi, they just knew of him.
They at least had one conversation. He said Anakin spoke highly of you. And I really liked that moment from
Pilgrim's Crossing
Ahsoka
is on the other
saying,
side of the desert.
I'm not here to talk about my past. And it's like, this show's gonna definitely grapple with her past.
Yeah. I need a spammel. Ooh.
There's our ride.
How is
mean,
the desert treating you, BD?
We could steal that
He likes it out here.
AT-AT and take that over there, but I guess not.
I wish you could, but you can only destroy them.
Hi, buddy.
Calm like a bomb. People mentioned the hands are too human for the eighth brother. I don't think they're gonna like the armor
That's
looks
cute.
almost
Let's hope this
identical.
spamel doesn't abandon us.
Well, if
Don't
you don't
hold a
have
grudge,
4
Cal.
fingers,
It's
can't
not
be
you.
him.
It's too close for me. I'm like that. It just has to be the eighth brother. The last time we saw either him or Ahsoka was on Malachor.
I just did.
Thanks for the lift.
Check again. You can't be too careful.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to take out my lightsaber and it wasn't working.
Wait, you can't like attack from up there.
Oh, I thought you could.
You can from the little birds.
We were attacking from up there on the spamel's left.
I don't think so.
We were attacking from something.
From the birds, the nectars.
Oh, yeah, those are birds, I guess. You're in hell.
But the eighth brother, assuming that's the eighth brother, it's just one of those things that's gonna change as it translates from animation into live action. It's gonna be a little different.
Is someone else in there? What's that sound?
Probably just a glitch.
That's so weird. This thing's kind of glitchy.
Obi-Ban Kenobi, thanks for the super chat.
Right
Hey guys,
behind
just here to say that your beach vacation Malik's vlog is an underrated gym. Best thing to get you in the mood before a summer vacation.
Oh my gosh, that's forever ago. We need to do another vlog.
Yeah, we haven't done one in a while.
A long time. We were, gosh, I'm so sad we didn't really vlog much at Celebration. We were just way too busy.
Yeah, we got a new stabilizer and everything, and we barely used it.
We'll probably film some stuff in DragonCon.
Well, we have to for our media passes.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait, this isn't
How many safe houses does the path have left?
I do not know. But I suspect there are not many.
Mr. Shu, thanks for the super chat. And before Jyn Erso somehow shows up in Ahsoka. I think that's unlikely.
Looks easy to get lost out here.
Then it is a good thing you have a gun.
But I get what you're saying. There's so many connections to other just Star Wars things in this show, which I was not expecting it maybe to be so heavily. I obviously knew there'd be Rebels connections, but like I could not stop talking about Rebels in the trailer breakdown today, which I love. But I'm very curious to see how it lands for other people.
Go.
That's the wrong way.
That's good, friend.
I thought it was going this way. Come on. It's not this way.
No.
Which way?
That way. Look at the map. So that's always where you're kind of headed. That's the shortest version.
Mhm.
The gold is your eventual goal.
Oh, so there's like a way to go around.
Bula being in the show, he's in a new Lego set of the Ghost, which confirms he appears, but he has gasp brown hair.
Do I get off the spammel here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I am glad that he is going to be in the show, even if it's just a little bit. Oh god. Because we just haven't heard much about him at all since Star Wars Rebels and the epilogue. And it's like, Hera played such a big part in the Alphabet Squadron books, and she just kept vaguely mentioning him. Probably because they had, you know, plans
Not for long.
to bring him into either what was going to be the Rebels follow-up, but now it's Ahsoka. So I guess that's why they just didn't mention him much anywhere else. But yeah, I'm just glad to see what he's up to now. As for the brown hair, again, ooh, nice. That doesn't bug me. I always thought it was kind of odd in animation in the first place, just to be like, and he has green hair. Like, I think the brown's gonna work better, and I've seen Mollie made the joke. I've seen a bunch of other people make the joke that, oops,
Oh no!
maybe he just had his hair dyed by Sabine one day. He just wanted to be like Auntie Sabine, so he changed his hair to green for a little while.
How'd you get involved with a hidden path?
Yeah, I made the joke that, like, in the Star Wars universe, green hair, everybody has green hair, you know, it's so last season, but then brown hair. Wait a second now. That's something
Yeah, no
I
one
might
in Star Wars has brown hair.
could do that. Can I get over there? Whew. Ah! Am I supposed to slide down? No.
But yeah,
Sometimes
very happy to have
I
Jason in
wonder
the
if
show
destroying the
to
holocron
catch
had
up.
any impact.
We protected the children on that list.
Vader's Lair, thank you for the next one.
There are
Could
others.
Ezra be the Inquisitor?
The Empire's
Okay,
still
he's
hunting
had
them
dark
down.
tendencies at one point.
Just so.
Also, I feel like
We
Sabine
must
being
protect those
Ahsoka's
who can.
apprentice is trailer trickery. Thoughts?
Oh. Scared. I'm scared. Sorry. Sorry.
guess, like-
read that again.
Could Ezra be the Inquisitor?
I mean, it's possible. I don't think so.
I think it is just the eighth brother. I think that's gonna all be handled probably early on, because we know we're getting a 2-episode premiere. So I think most of what we've seen from the teaser and the trailer, that's just gonna be in those first 2 episodes. That would be a fun twist as to like where Ezra's been this whole time, but it sounds like the story is going to be about the search for Ezra. I don't know. I'd rather him just be stuck somewhere, imprisoned or something. But
Yeah. Although we still don't know like what kind of I don't want to say, I hate to say relationship, but what kind of relationship him and Thrawn have had all this time,
Right.
and how long it's been for them.
I just don't see a way. I don't know why they would dress that Inquisitor up exactly like the eighth brother. Like, every Inquisitor has had unique armor, so I don't know why they would give one, like, here's the same armor and the same helmet, and sure, you have 5 fingers instead, but in every other way, you are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's got to be the eighth brother. If it were going to be Ezra, I think they would have just made him look different. But then again, that's a good way to throw overthinkers like me off the scent.
These are all
As for
overseer space.
Sabine being
Yes, they are ancient
Ahsoka's
security
apprentice, is that trailer
measures, a
trickery?
remnant of those who came before. When the Empire arrived, the
No,
Empire
I think
began to
that
use these.
Voltec is less
I think that she is
Exactly.
training Sabine, or was at one point, but just in lightsaber combat.
Well done.
We've
Shall we
seen we've seen her train with Kanan So it makes sense to me that she would just, having her friend's lightsaber, want to continue and learn. But Ahsoka refused to do so. For whatever reason.
Marin, how do I get up there? Have to climb up. Ooh, it's in here. Oh, nothing.
Sorry. It's a box I already got. LOSD, thank you for the next super chat. Why does Sabine call Ahsoka Master? I'm hoping she's not Force sensitive, since I don't think her character or combat style need it. I agree. I don't think...
I don't think she'll be Force sensitive. I think that they were talking about just training with a saber.
Right. She does have her hand up at one point when she's fighting Shin. And Shin is like, you have no power. But
maybe that'll be part of it. Like, maybe the reason why Ahsoka stopped training Sabine was because, like, maybe she thought she was Force sensitive and then it just didn't work out, and then Sabine got really butthurt about it. And then, like, she keeps trying and she still can't, like, tap into the Force, but she learns that, like, she still has power, but in a different way.
Right. Like, that to me is more interesting. And I keep thinking back to its Celebration 2022 when they showed us some Ahsoka footage. There was just a hand, like, on a table, and it looked like it was trying to use the Force to pull a cup or something from just a few feet away. For whatever reason, I just assumed that was Ezra, but that could be Sabine trying to use the Force. But yeah, I don't want her to be Force sensitive because I don't think she needs it. I think it would be weird to just have that be something that happened off screen.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, oh, and by the way, you might be Force sensitive, but Ahsoka decided not to train you.
Trouble.
Or if it wasn't really a question of being Force sensitive, maybe it was just like, without Ezra and Kanan around, Sabine just didn't want to train with the saber because it reminded her too much of them.
Maybe.
And like, her being Force sensitive isn't part of it, but I don't know.
It's an interesting thing to just drop in the trailer that, by the way, Ahsoka and Sabine have way more history.
Oh, I thought that thing was dead already.
You're like, no thank you.
No, pass. Marin, look out. Marin, you don't have to kill it.
You can just leave.
Oh, okay, bye. Bye, Marin.
But yeah, like, Sabine and Ahsoka in Star Wars Rebels barely share any screen time together. So the fact that they kind of had a relationship that then fell apart or something, and when did this happen?
Nice.
I'm very curious to see what Ahsoka has been up to since Malachor. But I think it's way more interesting to make her not Force sensitive and to pit her up against Shin. And Shin obviously thinks lesser of Sabine because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Sabine can hold her own. We've seen that.
Just like, I wonder what she's been doing this whole time.
Exactly.
Like, if she's been working as a bounty hunter, or like, I doubt she's been an assassin.
Oh, Sabine?
But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's plenty of reason that she might just be kind of in a funk, because the uprising on Mandalore that she helped start resulted in the massacre of her people, so she's out here thinking she's one of the last of her kind. It's possible she might hear about the return to Mandalore during this season. Yeah, like she might be hearing that, oh, things are looking up for Mandalorians. That would be nice. But I think she probably just stayed on Lothal. According to the Rebels epilogue, it sounds like she just stayed there to protect Ezra's homeworld, expecting an attack from the Empire that never came.
Oh, it's a workbench.
Guiguio, thank you for the next super chat. I was, really intrigued by the old Togruta depicted on the wall of the temple. I wonder if a prophecy around Ahsoka will be part of the story.
Is that a climby wall?
No. I could absolutely see that. I mean,
This guy looks hungry.
It definitely looked like a Togruta to me. It also looked like it had that world between worlds, all the lines and stuff kind of going on. It also reminded me of the Mortis gods. So the fact that Ahsoka is so strongly connected to the Mortis gods, and specifically the daughter, I could see there being some big, important mythological prophecy about her. Like that's been a fan theory for a while, that maybe she would eventually...
There's a prophecy about Ahsoka?
Yeah, well, not that as a fan theory, but the fan theory being she might replace the daughter at some point.
Yeah.
Like we might get 3 more beings that go into Mortis. That she could be the daughter, and the problem is I don't know who would be the son, in the sense that one person is supposed to embody the dark side. I don't know, but
What have I done? I'm stuck.
Stuck. But yeah, I really hope that Filoni goes full on weird and mythological with this series. I think it's time for the live action shows to do something like that.
Is this a puzzle?
Yes.
God. Okay. Oh. This has to go somewhere. Where?
Ice, thank you for the next super chat. I love that they name dropped Anakin twice in the trailer. I was not expecting them to do that. Thought that would maybe be saved. Teasing Hayden, maybe? I mean, it sounds pretty likely. It's been reported that Hayden is going to be in it, and then at Celebration, I believe last year, someone asked Hayden, a reporter, like, can you tell us anything about Ahsoka? And he laughed and was like, I can't tell you anything about that yet, but I'm looking forward to working with this character more. So, like, I think that's pretty heavy confirmation that we're going to see Anakin at some point, which absolutely makes sense as Ahsoka has to, grapple with her history and her past and her decisions and everything with Anakin. So I'm very excited for that.
Can I just tuck it under this guy?
I'm trying to remember
That's
what
as
to do.
far as I can go with it.
How fast is the great drop?
Oh, if I let it go?
Uh-huh.
What do I hit to let it go?
Circle.
Ooh, did it.
And Ice, thank you for another super chat. Not Ahsoka related, but I feel like Marin has way too much fun watching Cal do all this climbing while she just teleports. She literally perches herself on a rock and watches him struggle.
Oh, wait, now how do I get up? Do I pull it more?
Where are you trying to go?
I don't know.
Check check the map.
No. Wait.
So that's climbable.
Oh, okay. The box. Come here, box.
Yeah, I think Marin even makes fun of Cal in the Battle Scars book. I think she makes fun of him in the game too. I know she makes fun of him when he meditates and stuff, but
Careful not to touch anything here.
it would not surprise
Don't wanna
me.
wake the
Like
dead.
I feel like there are lines where
Spooky.
she asks him if he's struggling and stuff.
Oops.
Her teleporting freaks me out every time, though, especially when you're in the Jeddah compound and she's just hanging out with Eno Cordova, and then you come outside and she's just like, poof, I'm here. It makes me jump every time. Nice, thanks for another super chat. I will admit, as a diehard Rebels fan, the differences from the epilogue are bugging me. Not a fan of the search for Ezra taking this long to start, 10 years, but I shall wait for the show until I judge. I agree on that, I just think there's some story to learn there. Where has Ahsoka, like, I kind of just figured maybe after the World Between Worlds, Ahsoka went back to Malachor, but because of all the time weirdness that has to do with the World Between Worlds, maybe she popped out at
Let's try that again.
at like the end of the Galactic Civil War. It seems odd that they would just sit around and wait while Ezra's missing, but again, I think that's going to be part of the show. I have faith that they will explain what they've been doing for so long. I understand the search not happening until after the rest of the Galactic Civil War, because that's basically what Ezra says. He's like, I'm removing Thrawn, so I need everyone else to see this through.
What? What? This is dumb.
But none of the other changes are bugging me. Like, if I hadn't seen, there was a promotional...
Oh no.
There was a promotional image that showed, like, Sabine with the short hair and Ahsoka wearing the gray, and I was like, oh, okay, so they did change the Ahsoka the white stuff. So I was prepared for that.
Wait, I'm back outside?
Uh-huh. You're doing everything right.
Okay. I'm jumping to these.
Yep.
I gotta hype myself up. Okay.
And now go to the left. Don't jump for that one. Look up.
Okay.
I was like, I know she's just gonna go for it.
Oh, look at that!
Oh.
What's that?
Little bird.
Might be a rat, actually. Or maybe a bird.
It looked like a little bird.
Bird rat.
Little rat bird. Pigeon. Matthew Coulinad, thanks for the next one. Who has the most big D energy in Star Wars?
Besides Thrawn?
I was gonna say Hondo. Just like the most confidence, the most unearned confidence. That's...
Maybe. Is this...
Don't go back out there.
Oh, okay. I mean, Thrawn's up there for me. Or,
I mean, Vader's got big Darth energy for sure.
Tarkin?
Brace yourself, BD. This remind you of
Nah.
Zeppo too?
Oh, I forgot about this.
Boy.
Yeah, there's actually a decent amount of stuff you have to do until you get to that moment. Ice, thanks for another super chat. This is
Can't
a
make
good
that.
point.
Too windy.
Ah! I totally could have made that.
If I remember right, Sabine has repulsors in her gauntlets that can simulate a force push, so that may be what she's using against Shin in that shot. That would be cool if it were like a fake out where Shin walks up and she's like, "Pff, you have no power," and then Sabine's just like, blam, hits her with the repulsors. That'd be cool. Axon436, thanks so much for the very generous super chat. The Mandalorian took a Force sensitive and chose to train them as a Mandalorian. Ahsoka seems to be taking a Mandalorian and training them in the ways of the Jedi. That's a great point. And that's very fun. I really do
Pots.
think / hope that Ahsoka's hesitance to train Grogu has something to do with Sabine. Like, maybe she tried to work with Sabine and just felt like she herself was not a good teacher, and that, like, rocked her confidence or something. But I think that would be fun if we got more context about her appearances
Almost
in
like music.
The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett through this.
Am I climbing this, or is that blocking
That
the
just
wind?
blocked the wind, so you can make that jump now. Calm Like a Bomb, thanks for being a member of the Biggs Mega Fans for 4 months.
Nice.
What question do you want answered the most from Ahsoka?
Question I want answered most.
I would rest on that.
What Ezra and Thrawn have been up to. That's it.
Right now,
I don't need any questions answered desperately.
I think I do. Especially now that we've learned so much about Sabine and Ahsoka and their relationship. I'm like, okay, I really, really want to know...
Let's move.
Ahsoka's story in between the end of Star Wars Rebels Season 2 and this series. Because it sure sounds like there's a lot that happened that we haven't heard about.
I am terminating your life.
Mean.
Everything else, I'm like, I think it will be answered. And it's more that is what the story is. Like, what have Thrawn and Ezra been up to? I'm like, yeah, I think we're going to figure that out.
What is all this? I mean, yes, I have questions, but I've just, at this point, I've learned to not get my hopes up about any of my questions being answered. And so when they do, I'm always like, oh, yay.
Yay!
How lovely.
Darth Nicholas, thanks for the next super chat. Such an awesome Ahsoka trailer, am I right? What are the chances Ketsu Onyo could show up in the Ahsoka show? You know, we were... I keep saying we've been watching Star Wars Rebels and just finished Season 2, so we've seen 2 Ketsu episodes, and I'm like... Oh, no, I'm blanking on her name. The woman who played Ketsu, voiced her, and was also in Firefly. Is it Gina?
What kind of
Gina
pilgrims get out
Torres?
here anyway?
Is that her name?
Imagine crossing
I
the
had that
scales
thought
just
where I
upon a
was
safe
like,
place.
that would be cool if Gina
Guess you can't put a price
were
on
in
sanctuary.
the series as well. She's much older than Natasha Liu Bordizzo, but still, I think it would be neat. Now I've caught up to where people are discussing who has Big D energy.
Marin mentioned this was the back route, right?
People are agreeing with me about Hondo.
Hope Seer's got another way for
Quinlan
these
Voss is a good
refugees.
one.
Yeah.
We've been through enough.
Lando.
Obi-Wan.
Someone said Obi-Wan. Okay, I'm going with Lando, Chris Raptor. I think that actually does make the most sense.
Max Rebo.
Turgle? Come on, Sean.
Turgle, no.
That's the opposite. Captain Bombardier. Those are some good
That
answers.
should give us some cover.
Wait, I wasn't supposed to drop down here, was I?
No, you're good. You pulled that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're good. And you can go back that way. Well, no.
What?
Not that way.
You just pointed.
No, I... yeah.
You pointed when I was facing this way.
No, I pointed at that.
Okay. Oh, God.
You just
You
pointed.
just pointed into nowhere.
You can go that way. This is that way.
All clear.
Oh, no. Ooh.
Hello, Asti. Thank you for the next super chat. What is the purpose of Biggs in Star Wars? Excuse me? Would Luke's journey or story arc be any different if Biggs were not in the film? I will say that Biggs's story was, I mean, obviously largely cut from the final version of the film. I don't think... And I will admit that I think it was cut because he wasn't a fully needed character in the story. But I do like his deleted scenes where he's the first one to tell Luke, like, basically, hey, I got off the farm, I went out into the larger world, and the Empire's coming. Like, even for Tatooine, you can't just sit on your butt and pretend everything's gonna be okay. He is the first character to tell Luke that, and show him that he needs to grow up a little bit.
He's also the only one to say he's a good pilot, and everybody just believes him.
That's true. Yeah, he
Sure,
vouches
put him in
for
the cockpit.
But even that was cut from the original version. So at this point, like I'll do in the original version, he's basically just another pilot. But
Yeah.
I see him as
Really Marin's work.
like Luke's first role model.
Just gonna watch how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean that's usually what I do. Would Luke's journey or story arc be different if Biggs were not in the film? No, I think it would have been the same. Like, there is a reason. As much as I love Biggs, I admit that there's a reason that most of his scenes were cut because because the movie worked without it. But also the Tashi Station scenes are just not great.
I don't want to fight you.
Oh, you can do it.
What the heck?
Enough drop kicks and that thing will go down.
Stormtroopers
You
weren't
can
ready
do
for
it.
these
Grab,
conditions.
stab, stab.
To have a desert ghost on our side.
I should not have survived
Maybe
that.
it's turning in our favor for once.
You did great.
I just mean like a person in Star Wars would not have survived
Oh
that.
no. You can survive a fall, but you can't survive 2 face stabs from a scorpionic. That's not right. That's a droid. I forget what those things are called.
Force of nature, huh?
Matthew Coulinan, thanks for another super chat. You guys seem genuinely happy together. How did you meet?
Have you not heard us arguing this whole time?
There's a happiness in that. Go over there. You can do whatever.
You didn't plug my headphones in.
It's my job to do everything.
It's not mine.
We met at a Halloween party in 2007. Right?
Yeah. Ages ago.
16 years ago,
Oh
almost.
my god. We're so old.
We're almost to the point where we've known each other for longer than we haven't.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we're still a couple years away.
Yeah.
In 2027, we will have known each other for longer than we haven't. Which is cool.
I said that, so Alex is going to a bachelor party this weekend, and I said that he should give them advice as the person who's been married the longest.
Always plug our headphones in. Make sure they're all the way in.
That's a good start.
Darth Nicholas, thanks for another super chat. Do you like Baylan's skull being an Order 66 survivor, as has been confirmed, or would you have preferred him being an ancient Sith or Dark Jedi time traveler?
Oh, this again.
I don't know if you have to do that.
Oh.
I think you just kind of wall run.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. You know, I'm. At this point,
I like that he is, just because it makes sense that he would have known Anakin.
yeah.
Although I do wish we would get more like ancient Sith types. This might not be the story for it.
I mean, I think that the choice was made for him to be an Order
more pots to break.
an Order 66 survivor because it will work best for Ahsoka's story and what she's going through.
Oh, I can't break that one. Oh yeah, I can. It's a sturdy pot.
I think something's hidden in that, like, that I already collected, but
Oh.
it's one you have to break. So
Let's stop for a moment.
I think that, you know, we have these two characters that were both Jedi during the Clone Wars, and they're both probably trying to navigate Jedi now. And both of them, I really love that at the start of the trailer, Baylan kills that dude, and he's like, "We are no Jedi," and that is exactly what Ahsoka says to Vader in Rebels. "I'm no Jedi," and I'm like, yeah, they're echoing that on purpose, I think. So I'm sure that there's a reason they chose that. It would have been cool and interesting to see a different take on
Empire brought a new toy.
an evil Force user or an ancient Sith or something, but
Oh god.
from what I can tell of Baylan so far, I'm like, alright, I'm in.
That one doesn't play nice, huh, BD?
Metallic Madness, thank you for the super chat. The background characters need to be played by the voice actors. Just deep fake D. Bradley Baker's face over every Imperial officer. I do hope that Ahsoka does something similar to The Last of Us. I really like how the Last of Us series honored Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson and I forget the original actor who played Tommy, but so many people that made the Last of Us game iconic
here. Let's move carefully.
were in the show, and I thought that was nice, and they did it very well.
I need to get up on top of this thing.
No. Look down.
Oh.
No, wait. Like, is there anything below you? Yeah. You can drop onto that. Geo Flores, thanks for the super chat, is angry with you and says, "Those pots belong in a museum, Molly."
What are they doing out in the desert? We need Indiana Jones to come save the day.
I like that you did a little, like, pump up jump.
I always do.
It's very cute.
It's mostly just so I'm sure I'm pressing the right
I
button.
know, but like the idea of Cal being like, okay, but it worked. You did that on the first try.
Yay! I haven't even got to do any of the fun stuff you promised.
I forgot all of this happened, but you're moving through it pretty fast.
By the time I get there, it'll be dinner time.
Ice, thank you for another super chat. I love Cal's comments as he passes the exploding shuttle and how he calls Marin a force of nature. It always makes me laugh. He sounds so proud.
Must be getting closer.
Oh yeah, because Marin destroyed that shuttle.
Yeah. No, this way. Ah! Scared me.
Wanna do that again?
I saw the wall that you needed to climb, and it just was like, nope, no need. Ah! Hiding in the dark in here. You weren't even really attacking me.
Game Station 26, thanks for the super chat. Does it make sense that when it comes to the sequel trilogy...
Oh! Oh!
Hey, nice.
How did I save
Some
myself?
fans just wanted to have fun with the OT characters they loved instead of feeling pity for them. I didn't feel pity for the characters, but I get what you're saying, that like you just kind of wanted them to
That was a dude.
ride off into the sunset and have, you know, they were clapping at the end of Return of the Jedi, and it would have been okay if that was their happy ever after. No, I don't mind if that's what people wanted from the sequel trilogy. I would not have minded that. I definitely wish that we had a scene of, like, you know, the big three, big four, big five. Luke, Han, Leia, Lando, Chewie. Like, I would have liked to see.
Wait.
You just kind of went in a circle.
Oh no.
That was a shortcut that you unlocked.
What was?
Go back up there.
Okay.
This is where you want to be. Yeah. So no, like, I don't think that's a thing, anything bad to have wanted.
Ah!
But I also understand, I wonder if people had that same criticism of, like, ancient myths. Oh, that was sick. I don't think I've seen that before. Like, oh my god.
That was fun.
Like, I'm very big into the whole Star Wars is a mythology idea. I like that aspect of it. And if you look at mythology, if you look at stories like Beowulf, like you get to see his rise as he defeats Grendel and Grendel's mother. He becomes king. And
No.
then at the end of the story, when he has to fight the dragon, he's like not the best. He has kind of lost his way and he has to become a hero again. Same is true for like King Arthur. So
Little wind chimes. That
Yeah.
looks like something from Zelda.
I think that's what the inspiration is for someone like, I mean, what that Ryan Johnson straight up said that was his idea when he was going into The Last Jedi.
Who's that? Critters. Oh, whoa. Nope, never mind.
Ice, thank you for the next 2 super chats. Very generous super chats, too. Thank you so much, Ice. I'm really interested to learn how Baylan knew Anakin. Also love that revelation. He obviously knew him enough to mention Ahsoka to him. I really like everything about Baylan so far, especially the parallels to Ahsoka.
Mummies. That belongs in a museum.
He's like a dark counterpart to Ahsoka. I was thinking after that reveal, he was an Order 66 survivor. I think it's interesting to have Ahsoka faced with an enemy
this is cool
who
and
likely
creepy.
experienced many of the same things she did. Yeah, I think Baylan's cool so far. As for how much he knew Anakin,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna guess they didn't.
Oops.
I'm gonna guess they didn't know each other super well. Like, I don't know how well Anakin knew a ton of, like Pong Krell, for example. How well did they know each other? I don't know. But I'm sure Baylan knew Anakin by reputation at the very least, and they probably had a chance to talk, and
Look at all these hanging.
maybe we'll see that Baylan was also a great general or something. I guess I'm envisioning him kind of like Pong Krell.
I'm gonna get lost.
I don't
in
know
here.
why. Maybe just because he's a big, big man.
Oh, I wasn't even supposed to go in here.
There's an optional puzzle you can solve in there, but
Can't
You
use
don't
this
have
lift
to.
yet.
What did he say?
you can't access the lift yet.
Oh. Whoa. Do I have to climb this?
Darth Nicholas, thank you for another super chat. Could Ewan McGregor pop up in a Clone Wars flashback at some point in Ahsoka? I wouldn't think that's off the table. Especially if they just... Like, I guess I'm assuming we'll see Hayden as a Force ghost. I think we're going to see Anakin speak to Ahsoka through the Force. And if he's there, I mean...
That would be cool.
Yeah. I think that is the more important thing for Ahsoka, but it would be cool if she got to hang out with both of the Jedi that really had the biggest hand in her training. And being a
Oh no.
being
Oh
a,
no.
being a Force ghost isn't that difficult. I mean, Alec Guinness showed up for like a day of filming in both Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and he was done. Liam Neeson got to pop in for a little Force Ghost action in Obi-Wan Kenobi, so why not? Why not Ewan?
Oh, I just gotta let the wind take me over there.
You can jump a little.
Ooh.
I like how this is basically training you for what's to come. They're like, we need to make sure the players are good and warmed up on their platforming.
I'm warmed up all right. Hands are sweaty.
Mom spaghetti.
You make me hungry. Ooh.
Oh, no, you can make it.
Who are you? Large friend.
I'm Cal.
I thought that you randomly just find this person
I'm
here.
Peely. Didn't expect to see any pilgrims today.
What are you doing out here?
Tending to what I can.
Nice, thank you for another
But very
super
little
chat.
growth,
But now
as you can see.
Baylan and
should
Ahsoka
check
are on
out the
different
Kobo
sides.
system.
That sets up a great
Everything
dynamic
goes
for
there.
their duel, and I'm
Sounds
excited to see it
lovely.
play out and how Ahsoka
Perhaps I
will
will.
approach him.
Just tell the bartender of Pyloon Saloon I sent you. He'll get you set up.
I'm assuming they're going to have multiple duels. We've seen one from the trailers, but I think that's probably in the first episode or two. I do think I have the first episode kind of figured out in my head that Baylan and Shin...
I hope you're wrong.
I probably am. Baylan and Shin want to find Thrawn, so they need Morgan Elsbeth, and she's been captured by the New Republic.
This leads up to the
So they
bridge.
break onto that ship, kill everyone, get to Morgan, and then Ahsoka and Sabine. Maybe
Lost
that's
in
the
the
second episode. Like,
must have
Ahsoka
been
and
really
Sabine have
lost.
to reconnect,
We're desperate to find our way.
and then they'll catch up with their quarry, and they'll each duel. The masters will fight, the apprentices will fight, and there's probably going to be some breadcrumb to Thrawn that Elsbeth finds.
Take me there. Whee!
I'll copy you. Don't be next.
Sean Rim says, that optional puzzle made me so mad. I
That's-
definitely...
That's why I skipped it, because I had a feeling.
I stumbled upon... Okay, so the solution is right over here.
Where?
That, what it's telling you to examine.
Oh.
That's how you solve the puzzle.
What about that rock
You have to
formation
like see
looks
the puzzle to
familiar.
understand it, but I saw that and I was like, what does that even mean? And then I hadn't even found the puzzle yet. So then I took the elevator down and went in and solved it. And it was like, oh,
Oh, that's what this is.
I just kind of lucked into it.
Fun.
But that's just a shortcut.
Okay. Elevator go up. Elevator go down.
Darth Nicholas, thank you for 2 more super chats. It's very generous super chats as well. Thank you. Many thought Kenobi would show some Clone Wars flashbacks, but because many, if not most viewers, had only watched the prequels and not the Clone Wars, including Ewan, it kind of made sense for them to hold off from doing them for that series. That said, I think there's 100% certainty of Ahsoka featuring Clone Wars flashbacks, since Savannah Stein has been cast as Clone Wars era Ahsoka. I think I've just heard rumors about that, but I haven't seen anything official. That said, I do just think it's more likely for this series
to
because
Pilgrim Sanctuary.
Ahsoka is centered around a character directly from animation, and they're going so hard at everything in Star Wars Rebels. So they're definitely not shying away from pile of
Knock
rocks.
over those rocks.
They're not shying away from any animation references.
Is this gonna push me over there?
I think so. So I'm kind of expecting.
Look at all the pots!
I'm expecting some Clone Wars flashbacks, but I'm not gonna be like mad if it doesn't happen.
So many pots to break.
Breathe.
Game Station 26, thanks for another super chat. Some think the new sequel trilogy heroes were written in a way That their entire goal seems to be one-upping the old character in a bid to show I'm better than you could ever have hoped to be. I think those people are wrong.
Maybe I don't do that. No, I don't. Or do I? Oh.
I think a lot of those people are just looking for things to be mad about in the first place. But whatever.
People would never.
Like, I always get confused when people say, like, oh, well, Rey just shows up and knows how to fly the Millennium Falcon. It's like, she was crashing it left and right the first time she took off, and then people are mad that she knew to, like, bypass the compressor. It's like, well, she's been working on the ship with Unkar Plutt for who knows how long, years. Han Solo hasn't been in the cockpit for a long time. It's just...
But she knows, like, every part to every ship and machine, because, like,
she's been a mechanic since she was 6.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate when you think about, like, how many people, their first reaction to stuff is to tear it apart and find what is wrong with it, potentially, or what they hate about it, instead of being like, this is what I like.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Here's what maybe I don't like as much, but...
Enemies up ahead.
Why focus on that?
All of those characters are... Like, I understand those characters being precious to people, but I never got that impression that someone, like, was writing Rey just be like, oh, and then she's gonna be so much better than Han Solo, and she's gonna be better than Luke Skywalker. It's like, I just never, ever
Did the Empire find a way into the
understood that.
Merrin?
So, I just disagree with that sentiment that the writers were going around trying to make their heroes bigger and better.
You have not seen the true extent of my powers.
In what way?
Can you make that?
Not without some help.
Then it is good this path was designed to guide the winds. Over here, Cal.
But Darth Nicholas, thank you for the next super chat. I must have asked some variation of this question in the past, but do you think Rex will appear only in flashbacks, only in the present, or both? That's true. Like, in all of the excitement, and in all of the Star Wars Rebels things, connections that they made in this trailer,
Now or never.
we didn't see... Oh, wait. There's a shortcut for you to unlock. We didn't see any Rex. I'm kind of surprised about that, but it's okay.
That's to get up here?
Yeah.
And I'm going in that hole?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh!
I could see both happening, for sure. If we're gonna do... Like, I don't think we're gonna get a ton of Clone Wars flashbacks.
Whoa.
I wonder if the series will start with just kind of like a... Here's who Ahsoka is montage. Because I'm curious, there's a lot of story to tell about her.
That would be interesting.
That most fans don't know about. People here obviously know who Ahsoka is, but people like my parents, or people who just decide, I'm going to pick and choose what I watch in Star Wars, and they haven't discovered the wonderful world of animation yet.
Is it just stuff in here?
There's pots. Like, that. I'm interested to see how they really fill people in on Ahsoka's story, so it would be interesting if they showed kind of a montage of important things from Ahsoka's life, and then Rex could be in that, but I'm not expecting that every episode is going to have like a Clone Wars flashback in it.
Where am I supposed to go? Oh.
the amount of times that I would walk right by something like that, those are frustrating. And Geo Flores says, "Poor Potts, rip, rip, rip."
Rip. Sorry, Potts.
Link and Mollie. And then it's the meme of them shaking hands over breaking pots.
We hate Potts.
Ice, thank you for another super chat. His conversation with Ahsoka mirrors Obi-Wan meeting Dooku, who also said, "Your master always spoke highly of you. Some good parallels on the way." Yeah, I'm just like, I'm excited to see what Dave Filoni's got cooking. Just
What's
as
he got cooking
what's he
in
got
there?
cooking? Kind of control, not that he doesn't have any, like, he's an executive producer for The Mandalorian, but like this is just obviously and clearly his story about a character that he created with George Lucas, that he is very precious to him and very precious to fans, and I look forward to just seeing his sensibilities in Star Wars as he expresses them in animation.
So these ruins do sink.
Christopher Barker, is it true that Rex is that rebel in Return of the Jedi at the bunker scene? Maybe. I kind of think they're leaving that up for... They're leaving it open for interpretation. But...
What am I doing from here?
Turn around, there was a grapple point.
Oh.
If you look up. Like, Dave Filoni, a long time ago...
Stop jumping.
Stop jumping.
Sorry.
I'm just I don't want you to fall.
I did it anyways.
Dave Filoni said that he just thought that was a funny idea
Hi, buddy.
years ago.
Oh no! Sorry, I was talking to Hila.
But I think they have since kind of oh, come on, Hilo. They have shown Rex at Endor, and he's wearing different armor than Nick Sant. So I'm kind of like, if you like that idea, you can make that your headcanon. But I kind of think Nick Sant and Rex are separate individual characters. Oh, Sean Room, that's a good... Yeah, they might do like a previously on Star Wars thing like they did for Kenobi. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's like not officially part of the episode, but just a little catch-up for people.
This level has like strangely given me a headache. Either that or I just have a headache.
It's a lot of puzzles. You're doing great.
I don't want to let go. Where am I supposed to go from here? Oh, down there. No. Wait. Do I slide down that? Oh!
Oh, that's dumb. It starts you all the way over here.
Oh, I still hit the wrong button.
Darth Nicholas, thank you for another super chat. Galaxy of Heroes did recently show a promotional image of a realistic Rebels-era Rex with Tim Morrison's likeness, so that gives me hope. I mean, it would not surprise me, but also just like the game... I'm not a Galaxy of Heroes expert, I've never played it, but I assume they just wanted to make sure that it matched the art style of the game. But if Rex is not in this, if Rex and Zeb don't appear, especially since they modeled Zeb...
Where am I supposed to go?
You had it right.
Once I had what right?
I mean, just don't jump off the rope immediately.
Okay.
And now jump onto that and you'll slide down it.
Oh god, okay, just in time. Whoa! Palpatine, are you here?
Nice, thanks for another super chat. Not sure how I feel about Sabine possibly being force sensitive. I don't think she needs to be, but we'll see. Would seem like an odd choice to me. Like I said earlier, I agree.
Welcome back.
I don't want her to be force sensitive. I don't think she needs to
Imperial
be.
labor camp on Maz.
And I think it's
Garrison's half empty.
more interesting if she's
Strike
not.
before reinforcements arrive.
Sounds promising, but Marin and Grease haven't made it back to the ship yet.
As soon as they do, I'll scout ahead and they can rest on the Mantis.
You know they'll never allow themselves to rest if you're in danger.
Jack Marlowe, as you say, the red lightsaber lady, Shin, said, "You have no power."
And
Isn't
that's what
that pretty
inspires
clearly
all of
not
us.
force sensitive? That's
You
what
have
I'm
to
leaning
remember
towards.
that where
Like,
you lead, they will follow.
I know I've been pushing recently.
it could be that she's like
Ever since
lightly
Grease
force
got hurt.
sensitive, and Shin is just
Not
saying
your
like your
fault.
power is nothing. But
But
I
ever
think
since then,
she's talking down to
you've been
Sabine because
reckless.
she's like, "You're not force sensitive. You're nothing to me." And Sabine will prove her wrong
worrying
over the
about
course of
something
the
bad happening
season.
to one of you.
I think she and Ahsoka might lose that first duel.
it's good
And then
to acknowledge your fear.
they'll meet back up with Shin and Baylan later
Don't
on,
let
and
it
they can both
determine your
win.
path.
Because I think we have seen two
Focus on the moment.
different fights
Choose
with
your direction and
Sabine
act
and
with
Shin
certainty.
in two different locations.
And trust that, whatever the odds, you'll pull through. Cal, trust yourself.
Trust in the Force.
Exactly.
Chris Chu Tabbitt, thank you for the next super chat. In retrospect, did Timothy Zahn design Thrawn to make him easier to portray in live action? It's odd how he's just a blue guy with red eyes. I don't think the
Oh,
thought...
I have Dash now.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Yay. I don't really think that
No holding back now.
Zahn,
Focus on the moment.
back in the early 90s, had any
And push
thought
through.
that his character would eventually be on the big screen. Or small screen, but I think he's going to be on the big screen later, too.
We gotta take this storm head on.
I
Brace
think
yourself,
the
BD.
implication was that Thrawn got a pass because, you know, the Empire... the Empire is pro-human, anti-alien, and the idea was that, you know,
He
Thrawn
always knows
is
where to guide me.
such a
I don't know
genius
my next
that
step.
even the racist Empire would be willing to look past that. But because he's basically a human, it, quote, helped. Like,
See for yourself.
I think that's what Zahn was getting at, was just to point out the hypocrisy and racism of the Empire. And so that's why he is just like a blue human with red
Look,
eyes.
Mirren, I learned a new trick.
You can keep up with me now.
Let's find out.
She is unimpressed.
What's the Empire up to?
They're at the temple entrance, waiting for something.
We still got
Ah,
time.
too many flips.
Darth Nicholas, thank you for another one. Could Mount Tantus also be making its live-action debut in Ahsoka, or does the Bad Batch Season 3 need to happen first before we see Tantus again? I'm not expecting Tantus...
Mirren, help!
I'm not expecting Tantus in this season. I think Tantus is something that we will continue to build towards. I kind of think it will be. There we go. I think it will be in live action eventually. If we're gonna adapt Heir to the Empire and the Thrawn trilogy here or
see you
there,
inside.
but for now, I think we're just gonna keep it about like Ahsoka and her journey. I don't even really think. I wonder how much Thrawn is going to be in this. I hope he's in it a bit, like quite a bit, but I kind of wonder if Baylan and Shin will be the primary baddies, whereas Thrawn is the looming baddie that we're going to keep on building to.
Oh, am I going this way? How long is this gonna take? We've been going for almost 2 hours.
If you get across the bridge, there's like a temple you can get inside, and then next time you can.
Oh, that was lucky. That wasn't. Oh.
You can get to the temple.
Oh my God.
We'll get to the temple and then we'll stop, and then next time you kind of you fight your way through the temple, and then you fight the trident thing.
Okay. Oh, Hilo.
Hilo's tired of this.
He says, "I believe in you."
Ice, thanks for another super chat. Though I wonder if the planet they're on could be like Mortis, incredibly strong in the Force if we're going full world between worlds. We don't know how a non-Force sensitive would interact with a planet like that. I'll combine that with Dark Car, thank you for being a Biggs mega fan for 2 months. Is Morgan Elsbeth a Dathomir witch? I think she is. And they're like, I am pulling from back in season 2 of The Mandalorian and her
I'm
first
back in this
episode.
room.
What happened?
I went up this thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. That's right.
Oh, okay. And then, wait.
This is all right.
Okay.
Then you can go up that zip line to the left.
Oh, okay.
So the hairdresser, I think, for Diana Lee, she said, like, here's the work I did for Morgan Elsbeth on The Mandalorian, and I was told that she's one of the last
winds are with us
surviving
now.
people of Dathomir. And so that to me suggests she is a Dathomirian witch. Not necessarily a Night Sister. We do know that there were multiple kinds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Hilo just pulled my headphones out.
He's like, "You're done."
There
You're
were
done.
there were multiple kinds of witches of Dathomir, not just Night Sisters.
Oh no.
Or she could just be the live-action version of a Dathomirian. We'll have to see. But I think that her using the green, like, you can just see a little green flame as she is accessing whatever that map is. So then part of me is like, is that planet Dathomir? It certainly doesn't look like Dathomir from Fallen Order, so I think it's not Dathomir, but I had that thought. Whatever that planet is, I don't know if it's straight up like Mortis. I don't think it's like a mystical, ethereal realm.
Is this
It just
right?
seems... Go to the right. Go that way.
That's where I came from.
I know.
Oh, wrong button.
I just think it's probably just a regular old planet that happens to have some kooky ruins on it.
Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle, do better.
Who do you think you are?
Kyle, please.
There's no Katarn here.
Is that? Am I supposed to go that way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wasn't lying to you.
Sometimes it's not that you lie; it's just that you
That drill
withhold
will take time to
information.
set up.
Well, you...
Hope Marin can slow them down.
I keep telling you that I will answer you if you straight up ask me.
And I've
But
been.
sometimes, I know, and that's why I answered you, so I wasn't lying to you. Sometimes I tell you what to do and you're like, up.
Ah, bah, bah, bah.
I chose the wrong profession. Should have lined up and chose the flamethrower track.
Hilo.
Then again, I never liked fire.
Good boy.
No.
Oh. Fine.
Go that way.
I can jump over there.
Yeah. You've got dash now. You can do anything. Well, not like that. Hey, Hilo. Ice, thanks for another super chat. So maybe it could grant Sabine some ability in the Force while there. Not sure how that would entirely work, so don't take that too seriously.
Aww. He doesn't even know I'm there. Oh, that's my water. Have some water, Hilo.
Does he not know he has a jetpack?
Sorry, dude.
How much did you spill?
Not much. He's just being loud about it. It's fine. No, 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 no. He's like, come to think of it, I'm pretty thirsty.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything super special about that planet outside of, like, the ruins or whatever.
Oh.
How you doing, BD? Having fun back there?
Darth Nicholas, thank you for 2 more super chats. We kind of talked about this one earlier. Is it just me, or does live-action Thrawn look like an Elon Musk Smurf? With that said, I think live-action Thrawn looks great, and I love how Lars Mikkelsen is the second voice actor to reprise his role in live-action. I'm almost certain some variation of this oh, okay. Before we move on. Like, I don't see the...
Oh god, I keep pressing the wrong button.
I don't see the Elon Musk
I don't either.
in it, but...
I don't like to
Maybe
picture
that's because
his
I
face, period.
freaking
so.
hate Elon Musk, and so
Yeah.
I refuse to see it. And Darth Nicholas has another one, thank you. I'm almost certain some variation of this question was asked before, but do you think Baylan's skull is meant to be Jorah Sabayoth's canon stand-in or replacement? For now, I mean, I don't think... I certainly don't think he's gonna be... Well, I guess he could be a clone. I mean, the only similarities we have right now is that they're, like, Jedi who lost their way. So, I'm not gonna go full, like, yeah, he's our new canon Sabayoth fully. I just think they might wind up playing similar roles in the end, but I don't know. Since I kind of think he's just gonna be, I think he's gonna be the antagonist for this season/series. I don't know if he's gonna, like, build to be part of the eventual Dave Filoni movie or what.
I did it! Not now, boys! I'm celebrating! Ooh, pots. Oh, missed. Oh boy. Alright. That goes further than it looks like it will.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Ice, thank you for another super chat.
Am I going forward
Yeah.
from here? Okay.
Maybe a controversial take, but I hope they address the Alliance's failure to help Lothal, especially Mon Mothma, with her actually appearing. Would be interesting if they had a frosty relationship with the New Republic. I mean, it didn't look
Incredible.
super warm.
But that won't stop the Empire from reducing its
The way Hera was talking with New Republic leadership, and I get it. I don't think Mon Mothma's going to have a huge role in this, but I would love to hear her perspective on everything. So I'm glad that she is around. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if I don't know that Sabine is gonna say anything to Mon Mothma, you know, about the Alliance not helping Lothal when they needed them, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear Sabine say something like that in private to
Dumb.
Hera.
I have to go backwards.
Yeah, you gotta go up and then that way.
Ow. The camera is like in the worst possible spot. Okay.
Alright, so there's a few stormtroopers out here. You'll go inside and then we can call it a day.
Okay.
Maybe something's blocking them. There might be chambers and tunnels out here. We'll have to proceed on foot.
Darth Nicholas, this one's funny, and thank you for the super chat. We know how much Dave Filoni loves his Order 66 flashback, so what are the chances we'll see an Order 66 flashback of Baylan's skull? I think probably low. I don't think we're gonna see Order 66 again. I don't think we need to necessarily see
Forgetting
it.
I can shoot my blaster.
Well, you gotta change your stance, but yeah, you do have it. I'm like, I don't need to know how he survived. I don't need to see
Gotta hurry. Brother Armaias
how
can't
it
hide
went down.
forever.
I'm fine to just know that it did.
Yeah, they don't have to show how every single Jedi survived Order 66. Unless they all got saved by Keller and Beck, and then which, in that case,
Yeah,
I
and
need to see it.
Keller and Beck swoops in to save the day over and over. All right, this is probably... Well, there should be a rest point. Soon.
Should be.
Should be.
Plenty of pots.
Nice, thank you for another one. To me, it seems like Hera's struggling to get her and the senators to take the threat seriously, and given the New Republic's track record, I don't have high hopes they'll be supporting them against Thrawn. Yeah, that's like why I want to see just Mon Mothma's stance
Go in here and
on
see what it
everything.
looks like.
Doesn't sound good. This place won't hold long.
Oops! I just wanted to look. Yeah, I'm losing it. Time for Mollie to step.
Like,
Cool.
especially after Andor, I don't want Mon Mothma to be like, okay, we won, the Rebel Alliance won, job is done. I don't think she's going to be like that, and I hope that she doesn't take much convincing, but I'm interested to see how she is portrayed. And Darth Nicholas, thank you for one more super chat, our last one of the stream. Going from the gritty, realistic socio-political drama of Andor to the pulpy Mandoverse and back to Andor is quite the wild transition for Genevieve O'Reilly.
I mean, yeah, Genevieve isn't really pulpy, but
Yeah, no, but the Mandoverse is.
yeah.
But it's probably going to be very similar for her, except that she's going to be talking to a Twi'lek. Like, Andor, she just got to sit around and do politics. I think she's going to be doing politics again.
Yeah. I think that we're only going to see her in that one hologram. I wish we got more, but I have a feeling that's all we might get.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be in it a ton, but I think as we continue on with the other day, I have to talk about this. I was trying to get a recording of that for a video, and you have to just like let Cal be idle, and he would not do that. Like, he just kept pulling his blaster out and doing like the Travis Bickle, you looking at me? He kept checking it out. He just kept doing stuff like that.
Being
and I was
a boy.
like, would you just pull your lightsaber apart so I could record this and take a picture of it? And he would not do it. It took like 20 minutes. That's neither here nor there. But I think for Genevieve, it's probably very similar. Just talking politics in Andor, talking politics in Ahsoka, back to politics in Andor.
Mm-hmm.
And Dark Card, thank you for the super sticker. It says GG. GG, Molly. You did great.
Thank you.
All right, so next time you'll do all the cool, fun Marin stuff. I'm sorry, I forgot that there was so much.
There's a lot.
There was so
2
much
hours
platforming
worth
and
of
puzzling.
stuff.
You did great. You did real good. You were doing really well on the platforming. You've come a long way.
I'll get the hang of it.
But we're going to wrap up. I don't think we're doing a Lego stream this week because I will be going to a bachelor party, like Mollie said, and that starts Thursday. But we'll be back on Tuesday, a week from today, to continue doing this.
Yeah.
Yay.
I would do one by myself, but I don't trust myself to not mess that up.
I think you'd do great. But we're going to go cook some dinner. Thank you all again for hanging out with us and sending your questions and your super chats. Have a great night.
Yeah. Go watch the
Force be with
Ahsoka trailer a million more times.
Go watch Rebels. We're
yes,
doing
go
our
watch
Rebels rewatch.
Oh my god, we just watched the Twilight of the Apprentice episodes. They're so freaking good.
I'm excited for season 3, but we'll be doing videos about every season soon if you want to prepare for those. But have a great night, everyone. We'll stop rambling.